Okay, so this is the 45th video, I believe, of Math 105, the regular videos, not the review videos. We are got to finish our discussion about asymptotes. So that means we have left to do here. Here's what we have left to do. Wait a second. Here we go. Okay, so we have left to do as follows. They are called horizontal asymptotes. That's what's left to do. Okay, so there's three types to identify. Let me show you what I mean. What if you have a function, f of x, and there's a numerator and a denominator, and the one on top is the highest degree on top has is x to the 4, and the highest degree on the bottom is that, so it's arranged correctly. Everything's got to be arranged correctly in descending order. But the highest on top is x to the 4, and on the bottom x to the 2. So is 4 bigger than 2? Yes, 4 is greater than 2. Okay, so what's the conclusion? This is going to be more straightforward than you think. All you have to conclude now, if you see that, is that there's no asymptote. No asymptote. Okay, that was case 1. Case 2. What if you have a situation, right? So there's a bunch of things going on over here, but that doesn't matter. All we care is about the highest degree. Same thing over here. We're going to have a situation like that where the one on the top is, let's say, 3, and the one on the bottom is x to the 6, and we know that 3 is less than 6. I'm putting the top first. 4 is greater than 2 there, and here 3 is less than 6. Okay, so the one on top is less than 6. Then here's what you conclude, right? So the answer over here was no asymptote. No horizontal asymptote. I'm sorry, I should have put no horizontal. No horizontal asymptote. What you conclude over here is that the horizontal asymptote is y equals 0. It's actually the y-axis, the x-axis itself. Y equals 0. That's the horizontal asymptote. Okay, and there's a third case. What if, and there, again, there was a bunch of junk going on over here, bunch of junk going on over here, bunch of junk over here, but you got the highest on the left on top, and the highest on the left on the bottom. They're in order, descending order. What about case 3, where you've got 4x to the 5th on top, and a bunch of junk? This is the highest one that you can get, so you put it on the left. The highest one on the bottom is going to be, well, let's say 7x to the 5th plus a bunch. So there's a tie. 5 equals 5. There's a tie, right? What do you conclude? You conclude that this function has a horizontal asymptote. Of y equals 4 over 3. So that one was no. This one was horizontal asymptote is equal to 0. And this one, horizontal asymptote of y equals 4/3. Where did I get the 4? I mean 4/7. I apologize. 4/7. 4 on top, 7 on the bottom, 4/7. Where did I get it from? I got it from the coefficient of the top and the coefficient of the bottom. They turn into a fraction, 4/7. Apologize. I've caught it pretty quickly. Okay, now let me move up this paper and show you 3 examples just to practice what you just learned. As a matter of fact, I can put them over here. I might be better off putting some of those examples right over here. Problem number 4. What if on your paper it looked like this? F of x is equal to 8x squared plus 1 over x4 plus 1. What would you say about the horizontal asymptotes of this function? The answer is 2 is less than 4, right? 2 is less than 4. Which case is that? This one, where 3 is less than 6, 2 is less than 4. So you would conclude that it's going to be y equals 0. Problem number 5. F of x, this was not very clear, f of x is equal to 2x squared, 2x cubed I'm sorry, 2x cubed minus 6x over, we're having short functions here, x squared plus 4, x squared plus 4. Okay, question, what's the question? What's the horizontal asymptote? Same exact topic that we're talking about. Well, this is bigger than this. 3 is greater than 2. What does that correspond to? This one, where the top is greater than the bottom. So you answer no asymptote, no horizontal asymptote. There is your answer for problem number 5. Finally, problem number 6. Again, I'm being a little light on the pen here. F of x equals, I need space, I'm going to the bottom here, 8x squared plus 9x, everything's in descending order, so it's all in order, no trick question, you didn't have to rearrange anything, divided by 2x squared plus 1. 2x squared plus 1. What do we have over here? We have a tie. This is 2 and this is 2. They're equal to each other. They're a tie. What happens when they're a tie? When they're a tie, look it up. It's right here. The horizontal asymptote will be their two coefficients. So what are their two coefficients? So it's going to be the horizontal asymptote is going to be 8 over 2. But don't answer, that's not the final answer. You have to, obviously you have to reduce that. So you would say that the horizontal asymptote, y equals 4. That's what they want. They want, here's no horizontal asymptote. I didn't have to write y. But here the asymptote is y equals 0. So I had to write y. I need to write y as part of my answer. But you reduce the 8 over 2. What do you get? You get y equals 4. Y equals 4. That's the answer. That is the horizontal asymptote for number 6. So we give you examples of all 3 on the right-hand side. We fit it all in on this paper. And that ends, this is pretty much the material that we need for the last of the material for leading up to the final. This is not supposed to be on exam number 3. It's only supposed to be on the final.